A lot of conversations are also centering around mobility, the workforce, and the talent pipeline that we're going to need. And a lot of people are talking about education and making sure that we have the right training, and community colleges are really playing a key role in that. And joining me right now is Rose Bellanca. She's the president of Washtenaw Community College. It's good to see you, Rose.
You too.
And
Thank
also
you.
Curtis Ivery, Wayne County Community College District. It's good to see you as well, Curtis. So let's have this larger conversation about what we need to do to be able to educate this workforce, and the community colleges are really playing a huge role. But what are the changes that we're starting to see in positions when it comes to mobility, Rose?
Well, some of the changes that we are seeing is, of course, more emphasis on the technician type position. The other thing that we're seeing a great deal about, and this is something community colleges have been known for forever, but more training towards meeting employer-driven demands. Like right now, what are the skill sets that the employer needs, and how quickly can we respond to those needs? And what type of training do they want? Customized training is something that is very important to an employer, as well as to a student. And the other thing today we're seeing is that this not only for students, people entering the workforce, but people in the workforce. They need to, what I call, upskill themselves, and that's where a community college comes into play also.
It's interesting, Curtis, are you seeing more activity in terms of employers coming to community colleges and saying, look, we need you guys to help with the students that you have right now to be able to fill that immediate need that Rose was talking about?
Absolutely, probably more than we have in a while. Interestingly enough, it's not necessarily about connectivity or about information technology, which there's a lot of discussion in that particular area, but we've had employers wanting to have us work more with students relative to soft skills. And that's been more of a discussion in recent years than ever before. But now, in terms of the curriculum, in terms of the design, in terms of things we're doing now, it's for the most part about information technology. Everything's about connectivity. And certainly the automobile industry in our region is certainly something that we have to be sensitive to. But in terms of the jobs, there's a lot of paradigm now in the workforce. So having a real sense of what the jobs are going to be, we're not sure yet, but we know that information technology will drive 99.9% of that.
Rose, how would you say the roles of community colleges have changed in the last 5 years in the state of Michigan specifically?
They've changed in the respect, well, two ways. First of all of the focus is now on community colleges because people are realizing that is where you can get the up-to-date skill training. And also you can graduate without debt. And that is so important in regards to that. The other thing about the community college is that talent pipeline. Starting from 8th grade, we have a technical middle college right on our campus. By the time students graduate from high school, they leave with a 2-year degree or a skilled certificate to enter into the workforce or to transfer to a university. That's very different than what was there 5-10 years ago.
And what is Wayne doing in terms of working with high school students and tapping into that K through 12 before they even get past graduation?
Well, fortunately, we're probably doing more than any other school in the state at the moment. We're serving roughly somewhere between 4,000 or 5,000 students annually or per semester through our dual enrollment program. And we're doing that because there's been a tremendous need, particularly in the Detroit area. There's been a K-12, huge need in the K-12 system for us to be good partners, and we've tried to do that. We've been there in terms of providing certain services through dual enrollment. So we've had a pretty neat role, a pretty defined role, and a very necessary role over the last, say, 5 or 6 years.
Rose, what are some of the challenges that you're facing when it comes to having students come in and getting them ready for these jobs? And Curtis says sometimes we won't even know what the key jobs will be in the next 5 years because of the way things are evolving. But what are some of the challenges that you're facing or that your student body's facing?
Well, I think one of the challenges we're all facing is the lack of awareness of how the IT and manufacturing industries have changed. So parents are more reluctant to send, they've always been reluctant, I think since the 80s, to send their children into a program that maybe is only a 2-year program, that's how they see it, into an industry where their paradigm is an industry of the way it used to look, not the way it is today. So I think that's the first challenge, is the awareness of the opportunity that's there, the outstanding paying jobs that people can get in this industry, in the mobility industry, whether it is manufacturing or if it is IT, it's electronics. I mean, there are so many areas that a person can be successful. And the other thing is, a community college is never a dead end. You can come in whenever you want, you can exit whenever you want, and you can come back wherever you want. So it's really a pathway to success.
And the challenge, Curtis, in terms of getting the word out and what opportunity exists there. And I think it's interesting when Rose says you talk about jobs. These are also potential careers. I mean, this is not a job that maybe you just be in for a couple of months and move along the line.
No.
These are setting people up for careers that they can grow with.
Right. I mean, it's a kind of a guided pathways opportunity. It's helping, working with parents as well, helping parents understand that it's not about liberal arts as it once was. It's not about some of the traditional. I mean, we all want our kids to go to Ivy League schools. We all want our kids to go to University of Michigan. But the reality, the jobs are defined in a different way now. And community colleges have been asked to do more of the kind of workforce training. It's an essential part of our mission. But working with parents is as essential as working with the students anymore. Because parents you got to get beyond that hurdle and say, yep, but let's talk about welding. Let's talk about autistic welding. Let's talk about the IT programs and what the jobs really are. Particularly the cyber technology is huge right now.
Right. Well, this is a lot of great information. Rose, you want to go ahead and wrap it up?
Yes, I'd like to just put a plug into for something called the Apprenticeship program. Apprenticeships can change a person's life. It's the best way that an individual can get training, have a good job, have college paid for, work for an expert in the field. So I highly encourage, and I know we both have apprenticeship programs, I highly encourage people, students or anyone, I mean, you can be, it doesn't matter how old you are, to look into an apprenticeship program if you're looking for a good, successful career.
Well, there's a lot of excellent programs out there, and we know that people are starting to take advantage of them, but to get the word out even more. So thank you very much for joining us. Rose Bellanca from Washtenaw Community College,
so much,
Curtis Ivery from the Wayne County Community College District. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you.